So Sally, why did England hockey pursue this?
So a big part of what we're trying to do in the sport is to grow the visibility of the game and to get more and more people playing and watching. And we've had massive growth since 2012 when London hosted the Olympic Games, including having almost 120,000 people watch at the Vitality Hockey Women's World Cup last year. And this is the next step in our journey in terms of taking hockey to a bigger audience and creating big stadium hockey.
And how did you go about building this relationship with Harlequins to use the stadium?
So we were trying to find a stadium that was the right size, but also really importantly, we were looking for a partner that had similar values and ambition to us. So we got in contact with the Rugby Football Union and said, this is what we're looking for. And they, without hesitation, said, go and speak to Harlequins. The team down there are exactly the type of people you're like working with. And they've got some really ambitious plans about what they want to do with their stadium. And yeah, they might be up for something as crazy as putting a hockey pitch down on their rugby turf. And so we picked up the phone, had a conversation with their CEO, and it was immediately clear that we would be able to get on really well. And then we've spent the last sort of 18 months, 2 years planning how this might look and culminating in the trial that we're going to be doing here this Sunday.
And what could it mean for hockey in the future?
Well, from our point of view, we think this could be absolutely game-changing and transformative for the sport around the world. There are not many hockey stadiums that are purpose-built, that are of massive scale. And if this technology works in the way that we anticipate it working, it will enable every country in the world that wants to host hockey to a bigger audience to be able to find existing stadia of other sports, whether it be rugby, football, AFL in Australia, to actually put down a hockey turf on an existing stadium site and reach a much, much bigger audience. So it could be absolutely transformative.
So what are the challenges for small hockey venues for big games?
So the main challenge is just simply being able to put in enough seats to grow the audience, but then also the amount it costs for the temporary overlay of putting in loads of extra seats, loads of extra things like toilets and catering and so on. It makes the cost really, really expensive, but it's also sometimes just simply the geography of a site that means that we can't put as many seats in as we'd like to.
And what's the most exciting part about this project?
I think the exciting part is its possibility for the future. Hockey is such a sleeping giant in terms of what an amazing game it is to watch live. It's such a fantastic spectator sport. Whenever we take people to see the game who haven't seen it for a long time at this level, we always get the same reaction. They're blown away by how fast, exciting, dynamic the sport is. And to give more people the opportunity to see the game live, the opportunity for us to grow the sport and to grow the spectator base, that's the bit that's really exciting.
What surprised you most about the project?
Oh gosh. So we were really surprised, I think, by how open everybody was to trying to find a solution to the technology to lay a pitch down on grass that ultimately will be able to protect the grass so that we can go in and out, that it's a temporary solution that can come out and then you'll still be able to play rugby on it a week later. And I think we knew that what we were trying to do was technically challenging, but I was so warmly surprised by how everybody that we got round the table, from the ground staff to the technicians to the turf experts to the people that make the turf itself, everybody's attitude about, okay, let's find a way to make this work. And as a result, we've ended up with a solution that's allowing us to trial this weekend.
What learnings do you hope to get from this first trial that we can take into future events?
Well, we've had a lot of learning already because we trialled a smaller version of the pitch at our home training venue at Bisham Abbey, and we learned a lot from that in terms of what was the best way to lay the turf and lay what's underneath the turf and how flat we needed to get the land. What we're really hoping for this weekend is to get a sense of how does this actually work in a real international game situation. What do the players think of it? What do the audience think of it? What do people like about being here at a venue like this? And I think we're all really excited to see the response we get. Ticket sales for this weekend have been absolutely fantastic. A whole new audience, probably not just of hockey fans, but rugby fans will actually see the sport here this weekend. And we're hoping to learn what they think of the game as well.
And what advice would you give to other federations and grounds owners who are wanting to do something similar to this?
So the first advice I would be is come and have a conversation about how we can make this happen. Speak to the partners that we've been working with, and be brave, be bold, be courageous, and think big. Because we know what an amazing product we have on the pitch with our sport. We know how much people love it when they come and see it. This opportunity really gives the sport worldwide the chance to just take the sport to such a new and bigger audience that I think we've just got to be a bit brave and courageous and have a go.